friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time here. I'm so thrilled to have you. My name is Megan. I'm 26 years old. I live in the Seattle, Washington area, and I am a mom of one with one on the way. So I have a 19-month-old son named Rowan, and we've got little baby Juniper due in July. And I would say that I'm a very thrifty person. My mom was one of those like extreme couponing types growing up, and she taught me a lot about saving money and being smart with your finances. And as a result, I very rarely buy anything new or full price. And as a result, we have saved thousands, and I am not exaggerating, thousands of dollars on baby gear and other baby products. So today I'm going to be sharing my secrets with you and teaching you how to save money on all the baby items you need. So the first tip I have for you for bigger ticket items is to check for the things that you want on Goodbye Gear. Goodbye Gear is a website that sells lightly used or even just open box baby products, and we personally needed a double stroller with the second baby on the way, and I had my eye on the Mockingbird. And to get the Mockingbird single to double stroller and the seat attachment, it's normally like $600, which is very expensive. And I found mine on Goodbye Gear. I bought the two pieces separately, and it ended up coming to only $380. And the stroller was brand new. It had just been like a return or a floor model or something like that. But you could tell from the tires it had never been used. So I saved $220 just by going on Goodbye Gear. And I've also gotten smaller items from them, actually, like this perineal cushion that I should probably be sitting on. Does that make me too tall for the frame? But they have all kinds of stuff on there. If you have your eye on any like cult favorite products specifically, like I've seen the Charlie Crane rockers, I've seen Hatch products like their sound machines, their changing mat, different strollers, car seats. Goodbye Gear is a great way to go to save money. If you prefer to buy new items, I get that, especially for a baby. Sometimes first-time parents especially can be nervous about buying secondhand. Here is another tip. Find a website that has a really good loyalty program. I personally use Pish Posh Baby because they give you 20% back in points when you join their loyalty program. So for example, I bought Juniper's car seat and it was about $300. I bought an open box on there. They did have an open box option, and they gave me $60 back basically in points that I can now spend on another big baby gear item. I would check this website first if you have multiple big things to buy, because they do primarily sell those larger items like strollers and car seats and other like big baby gear purchases. So get all the points that you can and then use them to get something free at the end. Something else that I'm going to recommend that is no surprise to anybody who's been on my channel for more than like 2 minutes is to utilize the thrift store. We thrift probably 70% of our clothing, like myself included. Actually, this dress is one of the very rare items in my closet that is not thrifted. It's from Amazon, and I'll link it below because it's super cute. Perfect for maternity, even though it's not a maternity dress. But our kids' clothes are no exception. So the way I like to go about this is to kind of set aside a day, especially if you have an older kid and you have the opportunity for babysitting for a day or just an afternoon, and find a city that has several thrift stores close together. I usually look for a couple bigger thrift stores like Value Village, Goodwill. I think Savers is one in other places. We don't have them here. But then you also want to make sure that you include 1 or 2 small mom and pop thrift shops. Often these can be attached to like churches or different charities. And before you buy any other baby clothes, do this day, thrift as much as you can. I thrifted pretty much like an entire wardrobe for Juniper for like, I want to say $50. I have the thrift haul in a previous vlog, so I'll link it here so you can see it. But the reason you want to do this first is because buying baby clothes is so fun. And when you find out you're pregnant, I mean, don't deprive yourself. Buy a few cute little outfits, but it's easy to just buy a bunch of like expensive like hero pieces and then end up with massive holes in your wardrobe. So I would recommend going and thrifting first, seeing what you can find, what kind of a capsule you can put together for your baby, and then assessing for the holes in that and buying those new, because it's a lot easier to see the holes and fill them with new clothing where you kind of have your pick of everything you can find online, versus buying all these new clothes and then realizing, oh crap, like we don't have any long sleeve onesies, or we don't have any pairs of pants, and then needing to find a more specific item at a thrift store. You can also thrift online. Poshmark is great. ThredUp is also great for baby clothes, and Facebook Marketplace, which I'm going to have a whole section on Facebook and its different tools in this video as well. Actually, why don't we just do that now? Because Facebook is an incredible tool for saving money on baby gear, baby clothing, all of the things that you're going to need for your little one. everyone. The first thing that I would suggest doing is utilizing Facebook Marketplace. So the way that I do this is I have a list of items in my notes app on my phone that I still need for baby. And I have an alarm set on my phone for 2 p.m. every day. And at 2 p.m. I go on Facebook and I search for all of those individual items. And I have a few different like spelling ways that I'll search for them. So when I was looking for my Mockingbird stroller, I would search Mockingbird second spelled out seat kit, and then Mockingbird 2ND seat kit, etc. Marketplace is a great place to get like the medium size items. Like I got our Hatch changing pad scale on Marketplace for about half of the cost. No, less than half the cost, because I got it for 65 bucks and it's originally like 150. And it's also a great place for more designer clothing items. So like I love Quincy May, but I'm not gonna pay $36 for a onesie unless it's like for our first birthday or something really special. But I can find a lot of cute Quincy May outfits on Facebook Marketplace for like $12 to $15, which I'm totally down for. If you are shopping local, so you want to go and pick up from somebody's porch or meet in a public area, obviously make sure you do it safely. But some of the tips that I have are to not send a generic message. So, you know, it autofills like, hey, is this item still available? Delete that and write a non-bot message, because the seller is more likely to get back to you, and to get back to you more quickly if you look like a real human and not just like the Facebook, you know, bot. Because when you list something on Marketplace, you usually get quite a few of those just stock messages, and then a lot of people never follow through or follow up with it. If it's something you really, really want, there are a couple like bargaining things that you can do that I often do to make sure I get the item. The first one is to ask them if you can prepay to reserve the item. A lot of times people will do like first come, first served. But if you know there's likely going to be a lot of interest in an item and you can't pick it up that day, say like, hey, I can pick up on Wednesday between 2 and 3 if that works for you. If not, we can find another time. But can I prepay right now to reserve this item? The other thing that I'll often do is offer $5 above the listing price, just to kind of like show that I'm serious, because if they've got 5 or 6 people interested and everybody's offering full price and you're offering $5 more, sometimes that can be an incentive. The other great way you can use Facebook for baby items that doesn't involve spending any money at all is to join Facebook groups. So the two kinds I would specifically search for are a round robin group for baby and toddler clothing. I was part of one of these when Rowan was really little, and the way that it would work is there were these big Sterilite bins basically, and everybody in this group was on a list, and when it was your turn on the list, the person before you would message you privately to coordinate a pickup, and you would go to their house and you would pick up the tubs and you would put in any items that you didn't want anymore, that your baby had outgrown, etc., and you would pull out approximately the same number of items for their next size up, or even a few sizes up if you want to. Even if you're having multiple kids, I feel like there are always some items that you aren't necessarily as attached to, like plain colored onesies and stuff like that, that when your baby grows out of them, maybe you want to swap them for something different, and then you're not buying an entirely new wardrobe every time your kiddo changes sizes, which I mean is every 3 months for a long time. The other kind of group that I would look for is a buy nothing group. And these are usually very specific to your local area. Like it won't even be a full city. It'll be like a few blocks will have their own buy nothing group. And basically the idea of this is that when people have things they don't want anymore, they post a photo or, you know, just a little text post in the group and say, hey, I have this item. Does anybody want it? This is when I can do pickup. And the first person to reply, or whoever their favorite person is to reply, will get the item. And this is really great for baby stuff, because baby stuff has a very high like turnover in people's homes, because a lot of items that you need for a newborn you don't need for a toddler, and so people are constantly getting rid of things. I think my best find from a buy nothing group, I got a rocking chair, which was really cool, but I also got a Nuna Pippa car seat that had never been in an accident, that was inside its like expiration window by several years, and it was completely free. So that's an awesome tip. You can also do this with diapers. A lot of people will put up the diapers that their child has just grown out of, like size-wise, or you can swap diaper sizes with somebody. Speaking of diapers, one of my next tips, if you are buying diapers instead of doing a diaper subscription or cloth diapering, is to scan all of your receipts with the Fetch app. I'll put my code down below because I think you get a few dollars free if you use it, and I get a few dollars or something like that. I'm not working with them or anything, but it's pretty cool because especially diapers and also Gerber products, so if your baby eats puffs or if you're doing like purees, you get a lot of cash back for those things. I also recommend looking for diapers on sale and stocking up on a lot of them whenever they're on sale. Costco is particularly good with this, and you can buy them from from the sale and then also scan the receipt from Fetch and get cash back. So it's like a double sale. Kind of along those same lines, I would also recommend using a cashback extension on your computer or your phone. Some of the more popular ones are Honey, Rakuten, Top Cashback. I have used all three of those and have personal experience with them, so those are the ones that I would recommend. But basically, it's like a little button in the top right of your browser, and when you're looking for something online, it'll pop down and either give you coupon codes, which is always awesome, or it'll give you a cashback offer, and sometimes the cashback is significant, especially if you're buying a big item like a crib. I think we got like $40 back on our crib. And the last tip that I have is to consider renting items that you're only going to need short term, especially newborn items and especially electronic ones. So if you're interested in something like the snoo, which is like $1,600 if you buy it new, consider renting it because you probably will only need it for a few months. Another good thing to do this with would be like a baby swing. If that's something you're interested in, if you want to do like the Mamaroo or a Graco swing, you can often rent those kinds of things, and you can just Google like a monthly rental and a bunch of options will pop up. Even better if you can just borrow from a friend who has older kids or is pregnant and like doesn't need their items yet, but renting is always a great option too. Okay, checking my notes to make sure I didn't forget anything. Nope, those are all my tips. So that's going to be it for my how to save money on baby gear video. I hope that this was helpful for you and that it helps you to save a poop ton of money, because babies are so expensive, and especially if you have like more expensive taste like I do and you want all your baby items to be aesthetic, it can really add up. So go and get that design duo bassinet, but get it secondhand. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you're not subscribed and you want to see more motherhood and lifestyle videos, click that subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Bye.